Good morning, Steve Zonardi here. Welcome back. We're back in Florida, which is great. Happy to be back. Probably one of the, again, leaving for like even 5 days is more than enough. When we get back into Florida, you feel good. Everything flows well. You got momentum. You got wind in your sails. We're really happy to be back. Like really, really happy. So just to tell you that we've been down for 4 years, and where that feeling's actually getting more urgent to be back in Florida every time. So it's not just a placebo effect regarding health and well-being. It's a real deal, because even my biometrics, my Whoop strap, I've been having this on for about 6 years now, and if you see all my recoveries when we're in the state of Florida, they're all in the greens. It's always doing well for me. So just to kind of give you an idea on just the health benefits of being in Florida. But let's switch off and talk about the real estate market, which is on fire. 2026 is going to be a record year. I got to be honest. I think both sides of the borders we're going to do really well. We got a new program that we're going to be inputting. As we were working now, we worked during the holidays to get it all together. And then also south of the border, a lot of momentum, a lot of money flowing in, a lot of investment, which is great. We are obviously casting a big net and trying to pull them all into our network. Clearly, we are we're here to work. We got a good program going on for clients, especially out of state, out of country. So ultimately we can benefit everybody. Also, we're looking at things more of an investor mindset and not on a commission breath mentality where people are just trying to turn and burn relationships. We're here for the long term, obviously, being based out of here in the state of Florida. Let's talk about real estate. We are inventory. Again, this is my temperature gauge going on the market. We're going to show you what the months of supply is. This is kind of gives me what's going on and what's going to happen going forward. Remember, we're going into, like, let's say our spring market, so we should have more inventory and clearly more sales, but we should have more inventory, more months of supply. Why? Because we should be getting more of more sellers looking to list their property, and ultimately we should have an influx. But let's it's actually going to reverse. So last time I reported was December 15th, just prior to us leaving, and we were at 20,889, about 21,000 units, let's call it, around there. As of this morning, we're at 18,968 units, so we're down literally 10% since, let's say, the second week of December. So again, 10% drop of inventory. Sales are up 57% because we had around 470 prior to me leaving. Now we're at 739. That's also properties that have gone contingent and also that are pending, which is basically sold firm, waiting for a closing date, and then also new and then the closing. So 739 units, so up 57% in sales. We felt that all across the board. Also with new construction, again, a lot of pressure. We've got a lot of people flying in. I've been nonstop busy. Again, I got to benefit not drinking because I'm gonna keep preaching this because I feel it, and I'm telling you, mental clarity. I've worked right through the holidays like a beast, like just a Wolverine. I went through so much work, and it didn't feel tired at all. A lot of clarity. Again, my system was off, which is my lifeline. Without Elisa back up north, it's like. It's like being on a life support machine because she's basically the heartbeat of everything, just kind of maneuvering. So without her at the office, it put me in a predicament. And I think if I was still like, getting, you have a few drinks with friends and family and stuff like that, next morning you're useless. So I didn't have any of that issue. We still did all our events, Christmas Eve, all the regular stuff, family visits, but ultimately with full clarity. So I was able to work. We landed we arrived via vehicle on the 21st, I believe, like 8 p.m. The 22nd at the office, bright and early, get ready. A full day of work. They had a bunch of podcasts we had to film. The next day we had obviously we're inputting a new program up north, so I wanted to get some film on that because we're going to do some ad spend behind it. 24th was Christmas Eve. I had to work, get all our, because we have a property management company here, so we got to make sure all the landlords got paid because money did come in because we have offset payments with tenants different times that they've moved in. I should actually move them all to the 1st, but it is what it is. 25th, okay, Christmas, a few things here and there, but ultimately 26th, which is a holiday, we went back to work and kind of grinded through. Worked all the way through, even onto New Year's Eve. I had to come into the office, make sure people were getting paid, and trades and whatever we had going on. So again, a lot of mental clarity. So we kind of banged right through the holiday season in beast mode, let's just say that, if that's a real thing. But I felt really confident going through it. Again, I gotta attribute that to the non-drinking, and it's like a superpower that I didn't realize that's available if you didn't intoxicate yourself. But anyway, it's fun. I like the taste of them, but it is what it is. I don't think the positivity on it doesn't make any sense anymore. So I think it's going to be the end. We're going on to over 6 months now. So talking about real estate here in Florida as well. Let's keep it going. A lot of momentum. So again, we've been nonstop busy. I went off on a tangent. Nonstop busy going on with clients flying in, people. Relocation is massive right now, especially up north from Canada into the United States. I'm getting bombarded by friends, family members that are thinking of moving, that are going to be attending our seminar coming up in end of February 1st, so February 28th and March 1st is going to be a 2-day event on a Saturday, Sunday. A lot of people are attending. These are people that I least expected that would make the move, that were really silent when we moved out, but there's a lot of momentum. And the good thing is they're all moving on the West Coast, it looks like, and they're all like-minded people, really good people. So right politics again as well. That's why they're leaving up north. So it's not like it's an infiltration of a different mindset. Everyone's going to settle in quite well here. Let's look at all these tabs. We are busy, folks. We are busy. Let's look at months of inventory, the month supply. This is very important. So just do a sterile bonita. I'm not going to go crazy and do them all. Let's just figure this out. So if we look back, we did single family townhouse. Condos are a disaster. I don't like condos at all. It is what it is. I don't like them. I don't like the product. I think you can always get into locations are always great with condos. I get it if you want to be beachfront in any city, any metropolitan, but ultimately it's always a bad investment. It's just it never pans out. Fees get really high. There's a whole bunch of stuff that happens to it. But ultimately, if you look at residential homes, you're always going to get a better return on that. It's always going to be more affordable going forward. So anyway, long story short, we're going to do single family in towns. Let's look at the inventory. Bonita Estero in February of 2025, which was last year. It's 26 now, clearly. 9.1 months of inventory, which is insane. But if you look prior to COVID, like in the 2019-18, 8-9 months of inventory in Southwest Florida is the norm. This is obviously not the norm, right? When we get through COVID, high inflation, low inventory, a lot of buyers, rates are really cheap, inventory gets chewed up. But look at our nice descent here. This is where we're picking up real estate. This is where I bought my real estate property now, another investment property I picked up around this point. Again, so we kind of bottomed out here at 5.4, and now we're at 5.6 months of inventory. For Florida, it's hot, let's just say that, for 5 months of inventory, because I know up north, it's going the opposite direction into months of inventory. And if we look at days on market, very important as well. Look at this. So July 25, you had 83 days in the market. Now we're down to 52. So what that means is when you list a property, it's going to take you less time to sell it in today's market. So we're going to the right trajectory here going forward with the market. It's going to be a hot market. This is why no salesman tactics or bullshit. Ultimately, if you are looking to buy real estate in Florida, you got to do it now, because even June, July, I was telling all clients, perfect. We hit that is the pinnacle of low period, of the lowest point before the takeoff. So it's like literally, it's like a laser point where the market was at its bottom in Southwest Florida, clearly, right? And then it starts a lull period, a little sideways action, and now we're picking up. So if you are on the fence, you shouldn't be. You should get off that fence and walk into my yard and let's talk. Let's get you into a property before they become unaffordable. I know from up north into Canada, obviously rates are shit. It's like 37 cents on the dollar. Clearly, I get it. But remember, when you're dealing with our system here, what I advise clients is not to pay for it 100% up front. It's to utilize our mortgage companies out here on the let's say 70% of the amount rather. So you got to come up with 30% and convert that into cash. Clearly, that you got to get hit on that 37 cents on the dollar. But ultimately, just think about the value that you're getting, because even if you just talk about Verdana Village, for example. And again, I always go there because I live there and it's an easy pinpoint for people that have been following us. I mean, my brother bought a house there for $485,000, a 4-bed, 3-bath, 2,032 square feet on a lot. Like, that is insanity low pricing, okay? If you look at that house, okay, and now it's 37 cents. When the dollar was 20 cents, 25 cents, let's say, these houses were like, that specific house was probably $650, $670. So you kind of look at the different price range. I'd rather buy it at this low price at a higher, let's say, conversion rate on your cash, and you got this property, and now you got the lift. Ultimately, what happens is if you just lock it in at 30%, it depends if you're going to keep it as a rental or secondary property. You can, you have opportunity as the dollar is changing. You just buy chunks down on this mortgage, so you have more options. So don't think you got to come up with 100% cash right now, because I wouldn't advise it. I didn't do it even when I bought investment properties. Now, obviously, we're in the U.S. and it's American money we're making, so we can, apply our hard-earned cash into investments. So it's a little easier. But I moved well over 7 figures, a couple $1 million over here in cash, and literally just think of the hit that we've taken. But what I'm looking at is the future. If one country is degrading, there's no more value there, you might as well take the hit early on, and I did at what, 128, 130 a dollar. I didn't really give a shit. It has to be exchanged at one point, and then you're gonna capitalize on that. I don't know why people get so scared with that. You know that if you're confident in yourself, you swap the money, and you're confident in the market you're putting in, you're going to make it back and then some. Also, the value here. I'll give you another example. This morning, driving in off the Corkscrew into the office here, Coconut Point, if you look at the fuel cost this morning was $2.49 a gallon. If you swap that into like liters as you pay up north, it's 66 cents a liter. So think about that. And that's pretty much it. Have a great day, guys. If you have any questions, please reach out. We'll talk soon. Bye-bye.